Morning student. Last session we discussed about what are the different type of economic system followed by all the countries in the world. Last class we finished up to the demerits of capitalism, and today we are continuing the remaining chapters, and today we are going to discussing the remaining part of the basic economic system, and today we are discussing the socialist economy or socialism. What do you mean by socialism or socialist economy? All the economic activities, especially consumption, production, distribution and public finance, fully controlled by the government. Here, government role is maximum, no participation of the private people. All the economic resources are fully controlled by, maintained by and owned by the government. And it is also known as command economy or planned economy. Karl Marx, you already know about Karl Marx. He was the famous writer, famous ideologist. He wrote one book, that is Das Kapital. So in his book he explained about this capitalism in detail. And the public welfare is the very important motive for this social welfare. Earlier we discussed in the capitalism only the private welfare is the important motive for capitalism, and here socialism means only the public welfare is the very important motive for the government, and it aims at the equality in the distribution of income and wealth of all the peoples, those who are living the socialist country. For example, Russia, China, Vietnam, Poland and Cuba are the best examples of this socialist economy. But now in modern days, there is no absolute socialist economy in the world. For example, the basic economic problems are divided into three. One is how to produce. Second one is what to produce. Third one is for whom to produce. All these three questions answers are determined and controlled by only the government in the socialist economy. Next we will move to the features of socialism. The first point is public ownership of the means of production. It means all the resources are owned by, controlled by, maintained by the government. It means all the factors of production. So last year we discussed about the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and organization. In the socialist economy, all these four factors of productions are controlled by, maintained by the government or public authority. And next we will move to the second point, that is central planning. Central planning means the planning is an integral part of a socialist economy. In this system, all decisions are undertaken by the central planning authority. That means the central government of particular country in the socialist economy. And third point is maximum social benefit. And earlier we discussed the capitalist economy. Here only the private welfare is important, and here in the socialist economy the social benefit or social welfare is the very important motive for the socialist country. The social welfare is guiding the principle behind all the economic activities. Investment are planned such a way that the benefits are distributed to the society at large in the socialist economy. And the fourth point is non-existence of competition. So under the socialist economic system, there is absence of competition in the market, because here no private people are not allowed to the marketing process. So here in the socialist economy there is no competition between the producer, because the ultimate authority is the central government or central authority. So the state means government. The state or government gets full control over the production of the product and distribution of goods and services. The consumer will have a limited choice. And the fifth point is the absence of price mechanism. In earlier, all the economic activities are run with the help of the price mechanism in the capitalist country, but in the socialist country here, no price mechanism or no absence of price mechanism. The pricing system works under the control and regulation of central planning authority. Here the prices of the product, prices of the services are fixed by only the central government. No excess price for this commodity. And the sixth point is equality of income. So another very important feature of socialism is the removal and reduction of inequalities in the economic process. So under the socialism, the private property and the law of inheritance do not exist. The central planning authority is not allowed to the private people enter the business in the socialist country. And the seventh point is equality of opportunity. In the socialism or socialist economy provides equal opportunity for all through the free health, free education and professional training for their people in the socialist country. So the socialist country, especially Russia, China, Vietnam and Poland and Cuba, these are the countries are very well advanced in science, technology, communication, medicine and education and etc. And the eighth point is classless society. So under the socialism, there is a classless society. No rich people, no middle class and no poor people. The government or central planning authority treats all are equal in the socialist economy. So under the socialism, there is a classless society and so no class conflicts, no problem between rich people, poor people and middle class people. Here everyone is equal as far as economic status and concern. Next we will move to what are the merits of socialism. The first point is reduction in inequalities. So no one is allowed to own or use the private property to exploit others. All the resources, especially land, forest, mining, all these resources are controlled by, maintained by, owned by only the government or central planning authority in the socialist economy. And the second point is the rational resource allocation or the rational allocation of resources. So the central planning authority or government or state allocates the resources in the planned manner, well planned manner. No wastages in the production process. Wastages are minimized and investment are made to pre-planned manner, well planned manner. So the Cuba, Russia, China, Vietnam, Poland, these are the countries are very much development in recent years. And the third point is absence of class conflicts. So as inequality are very minimum, there is no conflict between rich and poor class. Society function in a very harmonious manner. No problem between rich, poor and middle class. There is no problem between these class conflicts. And the fourth point is the end of trade cycle. The planning authority takes control over all the production and distribution of goods and services. Therefore, here no economic fluctuation can be evolved. Here no boom, no recession, no recovery and no depression is not allowed. Business is going very smoothly manner in the socialist country. And the fifth point is promote social welfare. In earlier under the capitalist market, the people welfare is not important, but in the socialist economy, the social welfare is the very important motto for all the government. The absence of exploitation, reduction in the economic inequalities, awareness of trade cycle and increase in the productive efficiency help to promote the social welfare. Next we will move to demerits of socialism. The first point is red tapeism and bureaucracy. So as decisions are taken by the government agency in the socialist country, approval of many officials and movement files of one place to or another place or one table to another table. It takes more time and it will leads to the red tapeism in the socialist country. And second point is absence of incentive. In earlier capitalist economy, the incentive is very important motto for the capitalist society. The producers or owner, they are giving more incentive for their hard work of the labor. But in the socialist economy, no incentive for their labor. The major limitation of socialism, that is this: the system does not provide any incentive for efficiency. Therefore, the productivity or labor or worker almost suffer. And the third point is limited freedom of choice. So consumers do not enjoy the consumer do not enjoy the freedom of choice over the consuming the goods and services. For example, North Korea, the peoples are not allowed to watch even cartoon channel, even international newspaper, even international channel. So they are using only the minimum number of choice for their life. And the fourth point is concentration of power. So as a state takes all the major decisions, the private takes no initiative to making economic decisions. Hence, the state or government is more powerful and misuse their powers can also take place in the socialist economy. Next class, we will move to the interest concept, that is the mixed economy, meaning of mixed economy, features of mixed economy, and merits of mixed economy, and the demerits of mixed economy, and the remaining part of first lesson we will discuss in the next session. Thank you, students.